Hi everyone, welcome to your week. This is going to be your weekly energies, and I hope that you're doing well. Happy Passover, happy Easter to all of those who celebrated this weekend. For me personally, it was a very relaxing time. I hope that you guys had some family time. For me, it was a little nostalgic as well, but here I am, and this week we are counting down the days to the new moon in Aries, which is happening on Sunday. Really amazing energy of beginnings, of planting new seeds, setting new goals for a 6-month cycle that opens up with this new moon. And it's an amazing energy that is surrounding it, very supportive for any sort of launch or any sort of project that you want to bring forth. So I hope that you really use these days leading up to it to just kind of like sit down and envision and map out what it is that you want to bring to fruition in the next 6 months. Okay, so now that we're here, I'm going to start with the themes. I hope that you guys are doing good and that you let me know in the comments where you're watching from, and also how the readings have been resonating, how you feel. And if you need to reach out, I am doing personal readings. You can always go through the links in my bio. Just try to give me 24 to 48 hours in advance, because if not, it'll be considered an emergency. So the prices go up, and it happens. But if you need me, I'm there. Okay, so let's go into the themes for this week from the 5th to the 11th. Wow, from Sweden. Thank you for being here. That is amazing. Welcome. It's nice to know that you're over there watching. So if you're watching this live, let me know. Give us a shout out. And if you are watching the replay, make sure that you tag, like, and share. Oh, this is a great message, and definitely one that I feel that is very much needed for many of you that have been feeling sort of uneasy, okay? Because there is this aspect of not wanting to express yourself in a vulnerable way and in an open heart to be vulnerable enough to express yourself and how you feel without that feeling of safety. Okay, so we're getting this card of supreme protection. Okay, so this is a sign from above saying that you are protected, you are safe, and that it's okay to open your heart, to be more flexible to new experiences, and to express yourself in a way that is more authentic to you. And I know that many of you could be feeling that you're being misunderstood or not being appreciated for the things maybe that you do. Like, you could be, because of being yourself and wanting to do the things that are authentically that you're being led to authentically, you may feel like people are pissed off at that. And I think I talked about that last week. But just know that there is this energy of destined life events, okay, that comes through with this card, and just spirit coming through, letting you know that you are indeed protected through this destined life events. Okay, it's okay to have an open heart. You are safe. Now we also have this card of forgiveness, and it sort of beat us over the head last week. And just the feeling of creating obstacles for ourselves because we're holding on to guilt, we're holding on to regrets. And this is an energy that is open to reconcile, okay? Reconciliations, coming to terms with a situation with closed doors. Also, finding that peace within yourself, not needing from another to validate or to give you closure, okay? I know so many times people go through breakups and difficult situations where they don't have an explanation. And you know, I think that what Spirit is saying is that you're being protected, this is destined, and Spirit doesn't want you to stay stuck in this energy, okay? So there is an energy here also of coming to terms with the past, but also of reconciliation, having that forgiveness, the forgiveness of oneself and the forgiveness that we give to others, okay? Let's see, let's get one more. Oh, here we go, and it's a couple more. Okay, so we have Hawkeye, and this card, as soon as I see it, it's like, okay, open your wings and fly. Don't be afraid to take a leap. But also, because it's a hawk, it's part of the higher perspective, okay? It's a change in the way that we view things or that we even do things, okay? But definitely looking at the bigger picture with faith and hope that all is as it should be, okay? Now, the last card that came through is Archangel Metatron. Okay, and this card is about the evolution of the self. So this Supreme Protection card that is coming through saying that we're safe and that it's okay to open our heart and be flexible to new experiences. It's saying that this is part of destiny. With Archangel Metatron coming through, it's a clear message that there is a growth spurt happening here when it comes to the evolution of the self, the soul, and us as spiritual beings, okay? It could be a moment of spiritual awakening for many and of gaining spiritual knowledge, okay? You know, acquiring some sort of wisdom that you didn't have before through lessons and life events that are going through that are being reflected in your life experience for a reason. Okay, so let's go into the tarot cards. Today I am using this deck that I haven't used in so long, but I love it, and a lot of you do. It's the Spellcaster Tarot. And the deck that I was using before, if you love it, it's the Inner Gaia Oracle. And I will link that in the caption underneath this video, okay? So let's see what comes through. Oh, look at that. Okay, the Sun, most positive card in the whole deck, a card of celebration, but in this case, it's definitely a card of expansion, okay? It's a card of growth, of everything that we've been working towards, envisioning, and putting our energy to. It's kind of like it's growing, okay? The Sun brings a sense of pure clarity. It also has to do with the self, and the Sun is in Aries, which is a fire sign as well, and it's all about the self, okay? So this is definitely having to do with us personally, our personal and spiritual development and journey, okay? So there's a definite expansion here when it comes to ourselves. There's also a reminder here of something having to do with children is coming through, or having some sort of childlike enthusiasm when you do things. And the second card that we received is the Eight of Swords. And very interesting that we're getting this card, because this is like our mind playing tricks on us, okay? When I see the Ace of Swords, it's having to do a lot with our mind and patterns of overthinking things in a way that you end up feeling like you're stuck and like you're hopeless, okay? But obviously, through the themes in the beginning of the reading, we can see that there is a change in the way that we are viewing things, in perspective and in our level of faith and optimism. And this is definitely a supportive message for that, because when you see the sun, it's a major arcana. It's going to trump this. It's going to burn right through that unconsciousness, or that feeling of being stuck and hopeless and helpless in a situation, like your hands are tied and you can't do anything. It's going to give you clarity as to what to do to get out of this state, because you are wanting, you're being encouraged here. You're being invited by spirit and kind of like pushed along to this evolution, to be more flexible in this evolution. And how do we do that? Through that optimism and that faith, through becoming more flexible, making peace with ourselves, and forgiving ourselves for maybe something that we are carrying that is not even necessarily our fault, and forgiving others as well for whatever is going on that is causing separation, misunderstanding, okay? And being okay. Like when I say forgiveness and the mending of the past, I talk about being okay with closing doors, okay? Let's get a couple more cards here. Okay, so the Two of Swords, interesting, because in tarot, the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords are both cards where the people are blindfolded. Now, this is a more modern deck, so he is blindfolded in the Eight of Swords, and his hands are bound. But here, it's like this person can see, but her hands are bound, but she's still moving forward. So I feel like you're on the brink of making a decision and stepping out of a situation where you may be feeling in denial, where you didn't want to see the truth before, and now it's like, okay, if you take a step forward, Spirit is going to be right there to guide you through these obstacles. Look at how she's going through difficult terrain. And it's almost like that hesitation that we sometimes feel when we know that there's something that is going to be uncomfortable and that it's not going to feel good going through the transition, okay? But coming to that level of acceptance that can bring healing, that can bring you a new perspective, that can bring positive changes and things that are definitely destined for you, okay? Now, two more. We have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm getting immediately, remain teachable, okay? Look for counsel. There could be people that you look up to that can sort of mentor you, teach you, okay? I'm saying that just because there is this feeling of loneliness for some of you, and I feel like becoming part of a project community or some sort of collaboration, okay? Because to me, the Three of Pentacles is things coming together, okay? And people wanting to collaborate with you, people being interested in your ideas. So I feel like to go through this period where you may have felt that you didn't know what to do about a situation, Spirit saying take that one step and action towards what you actually want to do, and I will be right there backing you up, okay, and putting things in motion for you. So I feel like this Three of Pentacles is not only remain teachable, remain curious about things, optimistic, but also it's about knowing that you are co-creating along with Spirit and the universe, okay? So knowing that anything that you step forth, the universe is going to put into motion for you. Now, when we do this, there is a level of letting go and surrender, okay? Also, practicing what you've learned so far, that's coming through. Some sort of skill, something that you've learned, maybe a lesson that you've learned, apply it, okay? Apply it so this time things are actually different, so that some sort of pattern or situation that has happened in the past doesn't occur in the same way again, okay? And there's actual change and growth, okay? One more. All right, Nine of Swords. I totally get it. I mean, this is definitely going from a place of not knowing what to do to feeling afraid. Getting that nervous feeling when you're actually about to embark in something new, or create something new, or go through a difficult situation, because I feel like many of you are going through situations that are hard, and you are coming out of just difficult periods, difficult chapters that are being left behind. And I think that this is why you're being so reminded of that supreme protection, how safe you are, okay? And that everything that has led to this moment has been destined for you. With the Nine of Swords, there is that sort of feeling that keeps you up at night, okay? It's like an anxiety, a stress. Obviously, there are still a lot of things that are going on in the world. You know, we're being told to go vaccinate and all these things, and you know that takes a lot of introspection to go through something that is sort of being imposed on us. I know for me personally, I know how I feel, and you know, there is no judgment, and there should be no judgment on anyone that wants to do it or not, okay? So there is this level of pressure, tension that is going on mentally here, okay? But I can assure you, there is a light at the end, and you got it right from the get-go. So that anything that came out in this reading is definitely letting me know with the Sun card that there is better days, that even though this may feel uncomfortable and excruciating or, you know, painful, you're not meant to suffer or feel hopelessness, okay? And that always choose faith over fear, okay? Now, at the bottom of the deck is the Hermit, and this is definitely a card that is letting us know that moving forward, we should definitely trust in the wisdom that we've gained and the things that we've learned so far, learned through experience, through the difficult moments, through the pressure. This is definitely life lessons and how we apply them forward. it's also that wisdom of knowing that we've been through it. How can we move forward so that things can be more positive? How can we find the light to guide us through what is seemingly chaotic, right? So that is the message so far. I'm going to pick a couple of oracle cards just to tie it all in, but definitely there is a message here of overcoming certain obstacles, coming out of situations of denial, putting things into action, and definitely there is a change in perspective here for many, and a level of awakening to this way of being more flexible through the changes. Okay, so let me pick from, I'm gonna pick from two more decks, just the Moonology, just because we have the new moon at the end of the week. Let's see what this new moon in Aries is telling us this week. What is the energy feeling like for this new moon in Aries for everyone as a collective community? All right, so we have several that came out. Okay, so the first thing is you're good enough. Okay, the first message is reminding us that we are good enough, that we are worthy of love, that we are worthy of our dreams, that we are talented, and that we are God's precious gems. Okay, basically. The second one is telling us to hold our vision. Okay, so this is about our energy, how we use that, what are we putting it towards? Okay, what are we envisioning? Everything that we think and feel is creating our reality as we go. So what is it that you are giving your energy to? Okay, where your focus goes, that's what grows. And we have this excellent energy of the sun backing us up. Okay, so that anything that we want in our vision can grow. Now, for that, we're getting adjustments are required. Yes, adjustments are required because there needs to be a change in the way that we've been managing stress, in the way that we've been maybe looking at a situation. How can we do it in a different way? How can we see this from somebody else's perspective, or maybe even from a higher perspective? You know, how can we give it to God so that He can give us its favor, you know? So it's a really beautiful message of when we take one step towards the things that we desire to do, if they are in alignment with our higher good, the universe is going to go right in, back you up. Spirit's going to be right there with you, putting things into motion, giving you the path, giving you that promotion in life. Okay, now last but not least, I'm going to pick from the Crystal Angels Oracle. Okay, I love these cards. They always have a way to speaking very loudly about, you know, the guidance. Okay, so let's see what comes through. We have ceremonies and celebrations. So for many of you, this is a promotion in life, in the evolution of the self. Now, if we think about it in a more 3D way, yes, birthdays, special occasions, you could be feeling nostalgic. I mean, I just told you I was, you know, Easter was very nostalgic for me. So definitely it's life passages, it's big things. This is, to me, this is like the world card. It's like the ending of chapters and success, where we can see how far we've come, and we can actually, you know, feel good about how far we've come. You know, it's also birthdays and graduations and anniversaries, and there's a lot of that coming now, right? So let's get one more. And we have passion and purpose. Okay, so I feel like this reading definitely has a resonance. It has a resounding message here, or an underlining message, which is everything that is happening for you, so that you get closer to that which you are very purposely here for. Okay, so it says your enthusiasm gives you the energy and the motivation to work on magnificent projects and things that are very close to your heart. So listen to that, because there was this message about having that hope and that optimism and having that childlike enthusiasm. Okay, it was coming through so clearly. So I hope that this reading serves you and that you guys have a wonderful week. Let me know, as always, in the comments below how I can be of service, and thank you for watching. I will see you soon, and the lights are flickering. Oh. All right, take care, you guys.